Hello there. Today we have a Bible story about a woman whose name was Hannah. And Hannah lived just a few years after Ruth and Naomi. And Hannah was married to a man who was named Elkanah. He was a really good man, and they loved each other very much. And things were pretty good with them, except for one thing that made Hannah very, very sad. That was that she wanted to have a baby, but she didn't. And more than anything else, that was something that she kind of focused on. And it made her so unhappy that there were days that she would just cry and cry and cry. People have those days. Some people have them more than others. Some people just are sad about something and have trouble getting it off their hearts and off their minds. Hannah was somebody like that. And it was okay. Crying actually helped her. But it was still sad. Elkanah tried to comfort Hannah. Nothing he could do would make her feel any better. And when she saw other mothers with their children, she would become even more sad. Here's a picture. I kind of like the picture, to tell you the truth. Everybody seems to be having fun. All the kids and the dogs playing and running and kicking a ball and just having a good time. Hannah, she's not. She's the one person who's sad in the whole picture. That's hard. That really is hard. If you're the sad person when everybody else is feeling happy, it just kind of makes it feel worse, doesn't it? Elkanah, her husband, asked Hannah, "Do you know I love you even though we don't have a child?" And he did. It didn't matter. It didn't change the love that he had for her. But it didn't help her. She was still very, very sad. Well, year after year, Hannah and Elkanah made a special trip to the temple so they could worship God. They would pray and they would give thanks for all the blessings God had given them. Other people went there to worship too. One day at the temple, there was a mean woman. This woman had many children, and she made fun of Hannah because she didn't have any. That is not a good thing. Making fun of people, that's especially if you know what bothers them. That's not good at all. And it really hurt Hannah. And she was more sad than ever. In fact, Hannah was so unhappy that day she cried while she prayed. There she is trying to pray, and the tears are coming out of her all the same time. The man in the background is watching what's going on. He's trying to get a sense of what's happening. Had to play with the camera there. She was thinking, Hannah was, about how much she wanted to have a child. She asked God to give her a baby boy. Then Hannah made a promise to God. She promised that if she could have a baby boy, the child would live at the temple and serve God as soon as he was old enough. Hannah repeated her promise to God in her heart again and again and again. And the priest, who was named Eli, he was the man watching from the doorway there. He saw Hannah moving her lips, and he went over and he asked her if she was okay. And she told him what was going on. She said, "I'm not sick, I'm just very sad." And she told him why. And Eli said this. He said, "You can go home in peace, Hannah. May God hear your prayers and bless you with the son you're praying for. And Hannah, she felt better. And she went home. She began to eat again and smile again, and she wasn't sad anymore. She trusted God. When you trust God with the future, you don't worry about things as much. They don't bother you as much. They may still be of concern, but they aren't like always running through your head all the time. And another thing that helps is when you know that other people are praying for you too. We're going to pick this story up tomorrow and find out what happened with Eli praying for her and Hannah praying and Elkanah continuing to love her, and the whole of them all trusting God. Good ending to the story tomorrow. You can probably guess it already. But for now, good night.